Hi everyone, and thank you for watching. Q1 was a solid quarter with robust cash generation. Upstream production was 120,000 barrels per day. This was supported by better than guidance efficiency in Brazil and the ramp up of Coral FLNG in Mozambique. Now, Angolan volumes are not included here, even if the completion of the transaction is only expected for later this year. Therefore, upstream EBITDA was down to 548 million, also reflecting lower oil and gas prices and Coral FLNG commissioning costs. In renewables, EBITDA was 34 million, with power generation continuing to increase gradually. Our portfolio of operating assets has consistently delivered competitive returns over the quarters. Industrial and midstream EBITDA was 235 million. Refining margin was healthy, given the strong international cracks and the lower gas prices, which are a key input of the refinery. We completed, during the quarter, safely and on time, one of the biggest turnarounds our Sines hydrocracker has ever seen, with over 2,000 people on the ground. Operating costs were up to $5 per barrel. This reflects the turnaround costs. I have to say that since the end of Q1, the refining environment has deteriorated, with margins at only around $4 currently. On midstream, the gas trading business is now delivering a very good contribution after a difficult few quarters. Commercial EBITDA was 71 million, with visible demand recovery in B2B, and now with aviation volumes close to pre-pandemic levels. We continue with our B2C transformation journey, accelerating the rollout of our convenience and the lower carbon solutions. Now, below the EBITDA line, we have relatively high taxes. This is given windfall taxation in Iberia and the Brazilian export tax. So with this, we had an implicit tax rate of 57%, and this does not include the extraordinary taxes on the energy sector in Portugal, which we book as a special item. It does not include the royalties on production, which we include within EBITDA. Now, clarifying taxation matters is important to us before we FID our new projects in Portugal. Here we have seen some progress with a recent decision in our favor from the Constitutional Court in relation to part of the extraordinary taxes on the energy sector. Let's see. OCF was 363 million in the quarter, affected by a high concentration of income taxes paid in Brazil. Now, this is mostly a phasing effect. Net capex was pretty light in the quarter and benefited from the initial proceeds from the Angolan upstream divestment. With all this, net debt was further reduced, now to only 1.3 billion, but this was a quarter without dividend outflows. So we are keeping our guidance for the full year unchanged for now. With this week's AGM, we have welcomed new team members. A special word of gratitude to the departing ExCo members, Teresa and Tor. Thank you very much to both of you and for all your contributions and dedication. Now we welcome Maria João as the new CFO. Maria João has a long experience in the financial sector and before that with McKinsey. We also welcome Ronald, who joins us from Shell, where he was until recently the general manager of their large petrochemical complex in Singapore. Ronald is Dutch, and we lead our industrial division with the decarbonization of Sines as one of his big priorities. Now, we also have two internal hires into the ExCom, who some of you have already met. Rodrigo Villanova, he will continue to run our re-energized energy management business, now as a member of the ExCo team, considering how strategic these integrated activities have become. Rodrigo is Brazilian. He joined Galp a couple of years ago from BP, and before that he was with Cheniere and Petrobras. Last but not least, João Diogo, who is our first Galp graduate out of university to make its way all the way to the ExCom. João will run our commercial division, where he has been the head of B2C and country manager for Spain. Now, upstream will fall under my watch at the ExCom level. As you know, Galp is mostly a non-operator, and we have developed a strong organization over time. I will be supported by a senior and highly experienced team, which was recently reinforced, and who will lead our upstream activities in Brazil and in Africa. The whole team looks forward to meet you very soon. Thank you.